Welcome back to my channel, everyone. My name is Keita-Marie, and on this channel we do all things Pilates. For today's Pilates flow, we're going to start on our backs today, and I want you to just relax completely. Don't think about alignment or posture just yet. Just lie down on the mats. Allow your arms to relax, allow your feet to relax. The back of the head is just resting on the floor. Your shoulders are resting on the floor. Your legs, your buttocks, your arms. And you're just going to now begin breathing. We're going to start first just inhaling and exhaling. We're not inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth just yet. Not the Pilates breath. We're just inhaling and exhaling. Make your breath as deep and as long as you can. And just feel the weight of your body, your head, your shoulders, your arms, your legs. Just feel the weight of all of those parts of the body now just pressing into the mat. Now I want you to change your breath. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth, really forcing the air out as if you're blowing out a candle. Notice that when you do that your abdominals naturally want to respond to the breath by pulling in. So use that. Use that exhalation to bring awareness to your core, to bring focus to your abdominals. Start to pull that belly button down and deeper towards the spine with each exhalation. And with each inhalation, make the expansion or ballooning, I like to call it, of the stomach less. Until eventually all you're doing is pulling in that tummy. All you're doing is pulling that belly button down towards the spine. Keeping the head gently pressed into the floor, so we're just going to rock the head from side to side. So you're going to allow the head to fall to the right side. You're going to bring the head up to center and then allow the head to fall to the left. And then bring it back to center. Head goes to the right. Head goes center and to the left. And center. 2 more times. To the right. And center. To the left. And center. Last time to the right. And center. And to the left. And center. Keep the head here now. I want you to imagine that the tip of your nose is a pencil. And you're going to keep the head still pressed into the mat as we just gently draw circles on the ceiling with that nose. About 5 circles to the right and about 5 to the left. And reversing it as we circle now, drawing those circles on the ceiling to the left. It's not a big movement in terms of range, but you will feel that unique movement in your neck that you typically don't get to do on a regular basis. Now bring the head back to center. This time we're going to lift both arms up to the ceiling with the palms facing each other, and we're going to lift the shoulders, only the shoulders up off the mat, almost like we're trying to touch the ceiling with our fingers, and then we're going to press those shoulders back into the mat. So nothing else moving but the shoulders. Lift the shoulders up, fingertips trying to touch the ceiling, and then press those shoulders down. 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. Notice and become aware of your shoulders and your shoulder blades in this movement. Good. 1 more time. Lift the shoulders up and press the shoulders down. You're going to slowly bring your arms forward and down to the mats, allowing the palms to comfortably press into the floor. And keeping the arms on the mat now, you're going to slide your shoulders and your arms up along the mat towards your ears, and slide your shoulders and arms forward towards your hips. So you're shrugging the shoulders to the ears and then sliding them down. This is a completely different movement from the one you were doing before. Now it's a lateral movement of those shoulder blades along the mat. Let's do that one more time. Slide the shoulders up and slide the shoulders down, and then relax those shoulders into the floor. Now we're going to rotate those legs inwards towards each other and see if you can bring them a little bit closer so that they're now about hip width apart. We're going to pull that tummy down to the spine now, continue that breath that we had before. And we're going to now really become aware of our lower abdominal muscles, our pelvic floor muscles. I like to call these muscles the bathroom muscles for the ladies, cold water muscles for the gents. Those lower pelvic floor muscles. Squeeze and pull up on those now. You're going to start with your right leg, and you're just going to slide that right leg into a bent position, bringing the knee towards the ceiling. Then you're going to open that knee to the side. Now, as you bring that right knee to the side, I want you to try now to stabilize your pelvis. So you're not going to allow the body to rock over with that leg. Keep the body stable, only bringing that right knee to the side as far as it can go without rocking over. And then you're going to slide that leg out. Rotate the leg in the hip socket so the knee faces the ceiling again. Let's do it on the left side. So squeezing those lower pelvic floor muscles, slide that left leg in. You're going to open that left knee to the side, keeping your pelvis and your hips stable. And then you're going to slide that left leg out and rotate that leg to come to center. If you're unsure of whether you're rocking in your hips, just place your fingers on top of your hips, and that will help you to make sure that you're not moving them from side to side. Again, slide the right leg in, and every time you do this, your leg is supposed to feel lighter and lighter, because it's less about your legs and more about your lower pelvic floor muscles. Open that knee to the side, slide the leg out until the leg is fully extended. Rotate that leg in. Good. Left leg, slide that left leg out. Remember, the leg gets lighter and lighter. Open the knee to the side, slide the leg out, rotate that leg in. Now we're going to do one more set on each side. You could opt to do 2 legs as well, where you'd slide both legs in. Really have to use those lower pelvic floor muscles to not move your back or arch your spine when you bring those legs in. Open the knees to the side, slide the legs out, stabilizing everything else. Rotate the legs in. Or remember I said you could do 1 leg at a time. Last one, slide your legs or leg, as the case may be, in. Open the knees or knee to the side. Slide the legs out. Rotate the legs to center. Good. So now your legs should be about hip width apart, your arms are on the mat. Let's inhale now. We're going to lift our arms up to the ceiling. We're going to bring the right arm behind the head. And we're going to lift the left arm up, bringing the left arm slightly reaching forward. So your left fingers are going to be reaching towards your feet. Your right arm is reaching behind you. Both shoulders, though, should stay down. Keep the arms nice and long. You're going to lift them both up to the ceiling. As you do this, I want you to start to press your rib cage down towards your spine. Keep the rib cage down now as you switch arms. So you're reaching your left arm behind you, right arm is reaching forward. But we're keeping them slightly lifted. We're not bringing them all the way to the floor. And then once again, keep your rib cage down as you lift both arms up to the ceiling. Arms should be shoulder width apart. Again, switch arms. Right arm behind the head, left arm reaching forward. And lift both arms up. Press your rib cage down. And ladies, if you're not sure where your rib cage is, just imagine the part of your torso where your bra meets your body. Just press that part down. And switch arms. Left arm behind you, right arm forward. Lift the arms up. Let's do that one more time. Switching arms. Right arm behind the head, left arm forward. Lift the arms up. We're keeping the rib cage down. And switch arms. Left arm behind the head, right arm forward. And lift the arms up. Good. So we're going to keep the arms up now. We're going to now do a chest lift. So these same muscles that we press down, we're going to use those muscles now. I want you to keep your neck as long as you possibly can. Okay? And don't think about lifting your head. Think about lifting your chest first, and then the head will follow the chest. So lift the chest up, head lifts as well. You start to change your gaze now towards your feet. You're going to reach your arms forward and down so that they're almost beside your thighs, parallel to the floor. Slide rib cage to hips. Then you're going to release shoulders to the mat. The arms will come up naturally, and then you're going to bring those arms behind your head. But I don't want you to bring them all the way to the floor, because I don't want you to hyperextend in that rib cage. I want you to keep that awareness and focus in the rib cage. So keep pressing that rib cage down. Let's repeat. Lift the arms up above your shoulders. Let's start to lift up in the chest. The head will follow. You're going to look towards the hands as you reach the arms forward and down. Hands reaching towards the feet. And then slowly release shoulders. Head to the mat. Bring your arms slightly behind you. Good. Let's go again one more time. Lift those arms up. Then lift the chest up. The head will follow. Peel head and shoulder blades off. Reach your arms forward and down. Hold it here. I want you to slide your right leg in to a bent position and slide the left leg into a bent position. Hold this position. And let's just take a couple deep breaths. I want you to look down the center line of your torso as you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Making sure the weight of your head is over your chest so that you're bearing that weight with your upper abdominals, not with your neck. Make sure that you're breathing properly, so you're keeping your tummy in. You're not ballooning the tummy out and or upwards and down as you inhale and exhale. Make sure your pubic bone is forward and down through your hips so that you're in your neutral pelvic position. Then you're going to release shoulders and head to the mat. Keep those legs where they are. Bring the arms slightly behind the head. Good. Let's lift the arms up. Bring the arms forward and down beside the hips. We're going to keep the shoulders and the head on the mat now. And I want you to imagine that those feet are like glued to the floor and that your tummy is connected to the legs. And the only way for your legs to lift is for your tummy to really pull down and pull in towards the spine. So squeeze that tummy in, squeeze the bathroom muscle, and as you do that, you start to lift that leg up and keep going, keep squeezing that tummy in as you lift that right knee up, bringing that right knee exactly above the right hip. Keep the leg bent for now, and then with control, keeping this contraction in the core, slowly guide that right foot down to the floor. Let's go again. Squeeze that tummy in, lifting that right leg up. Right knee comes above right hip. Now I want you to really point through that foot, and this time when we bring that right leg down, we're not going to bring it flat to the mat. We're just going to bring the tips of your right toes to the mat. So lowering the right toes and then squeezing the tummy in to lift the knee back up above the hip. Again, lowering the right toes. So the movement is taking place in the hip socket, not in your knee. So you're not doing this. You're moving forward with that leg and then lifting that leg up, scooping in that tummy. One more time. Right toes, left leg, and this time we're going to bring the right toes to the mat and then release that right foot flat to the mat as well. Let's do the same thing on the left side. So let's start to feel that weight of that left leg. Pulling from here, not from your quads, pulling from the tummy. Start to lift that left knee up. Left knee comes above your left hip. Keep that leg bent. Squeeze the tummy in. Keep your pelvis and your lower back stable. Lower your left toes to the mat. Squeeze the abs in to lift the left knee back up. Only that leg is moving. And the movement is only taking place in your hip joint. Nothing else is moving. Your spine is stable. Your head is centered. Your arms are stable. Your other leg is stable. Only that leg is moving. 2 more times. Tap and lift. Last one. Tap and lift. Now keep it lifted this time. We're going to lift the right leg to join it. Squeezing that tummy in. And this time we're going to tap both legs at the same time. Really notice now, you have to do a little bit more work with your lower abs. And you don't have to bring your toes all the way. You could even just bring your toes halfway and you will still feel it. Because what I don't want you to do is to rock your lower back upwards and downwards. I don't want your lower back to move at all. I don't want your pelvis to move. I really want it to be all about your lower pelvic floor muscles and your abdominals. Good. Keep going. Toes down. One more. And up. Now hold it here. Let's try to come back into that upper body tuck position that we were in before. So we're going to inhale, lift the head. As we lift the chest, exhale. Then float the arms up beside the hips. And breathe here. Really notice those upper abs really have to work to keep the shoulders up. Squeeze in your lower pelvic floor muscles, those bathroom and cold water muscles. You're pulling your tummy down to the spine. Don't look anywhere else, but either between your thighs or down the center line of your torso. The second you start to look any higher than that or anywhere else, you're gonna feel it in your neck for sure, for sure, for sure. And then slowly bring your toes to the mat. Release the feet to the mat and release your shoulders, head, and your arms to the floor. Nice. So we're going to try to come back into that tuck position again. We're going to do the legs a little bit differently. Instead of having the knees bent, we're going to straighten the legs this time. So once again, pull the tummies in. Let's use those lower abs to lift those knees up. Then let's see how far we can stretch those legs up to the ceiling. You don't have to get them all the way straight if that's uncomfortable for you. So for instance, if you have super tight hamstrings, this might be uncomfortable. So you might wish to keep the legs still slightly bent. That's okay. Otherwise, if you're able to extend those legs straight up to the ceiling, we're going to come back into that tuck position. So you're going to pull the tummies in, squeeze your lower pelvic floor muscles, lift the head and the shoulders up, float the arms up beside the hips. And breathe. Now you can move your arms as well from your shoulders to kind of get some blood pumping through the body, or you can opt to just keep this position here and breathe in for 5 counts and breathe out for 5 counts. Just make sure you're using your upper abs to lift the shoulders up, not your neck, and that you're pulling your tummy down to the spine. Good, let's do about 1 more set. Then you're going to bend your knees. Let's slowly bring the feet to the mat. Let's release the shoulders and the head to the floor. Bring the arms to the mat as well. Now we're going to slide the legs all the way out. We're going to lift the arms up to the ceiling and bring the arms just a little bit behind the head. Bring the legs a little bit closer together, not necessarily completely, but a little bit closer. And I really want you to stretch the body here. So you're stretching from your fingertips all the way through to your toes. But make sure though that your alignment is correct. So your rib cage is still down, tummy is still pulled in, you're still zipping up in your lower abs. I want you to inhale, you're going to lift those arms up. And as you lift your arms up, just as you did before, press your rib cage down. Then you're going to continue to press the rib cage down as you lift your head and your shoulders up. Now reach your arms forward as you bring your torso up, bringing your torso over your legs. You're going to drop the head between the arms. You're going to pull that tummy in. You're going to flex your feet as you bring your toes towards the ceiling. You're going to scoop that tummy in. Keep your shoulders down, keep your arms long, and slowly release the spine down to the floor. Wheeling that spine down notch by notch to the mat. Keep that tummy pulled in. Keep your lower pelvic floor muscles engaged. Point the feet at the very end so that you can go again. Inhale. Remember to use your breath as you lift those arms up. Press the rib cage down. Exhale. Keep pressing the rib cage down to lift your head and your shoulders up. Keep pulling the tummy to the spine. And don't just think to the spine. Think up behind your rib cage. Drop your head between your arms, stretch your arms in front of you. Then flex your feet, scoop that tummy in and pull back. Slowly releasing the spine to the floor notch by notch. Squeezing your lower pelvic floor muscles. Shoulders, head, arms come behind you, point the feet. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, rolling up. Bringing the torso up and over your legs, dropping your head between your arms, and then flex the feet, pull that tummy in, and slowly roll back. Nice and easy. Breathing in and breathing out. Point the feet and bring the arms forward and down to the mat. We're just going to roll onto our stomachs now. And we're going to bring our arms to the side, and we're forming almost like a W shape with those arms, with your elbows and your forearms in one straight line. You're pulling your shoulders back. You're pulling your tummies in and up to the spine, away from the mat. So I know it's very easy for us to cheat here. It's very easy for us to just relax the tummy. And sometimes it may even feel like it makes the exercises easier to press that tummy against the mat. But what you really want to do is to challenge that. Resist that by pulling and lifting your tummy to the spine. So I like to tell people to imagine that there is something underneath the belly button. Usually I use a marble. If you grab or use your belly button to grab that marble, and you have to lift that marble up and you have to keep it lifted, you can't allow it to drop back to the mat. If you keep thinking about that, pulling that tummy and that marble up to the spine, up to the ceiling, I find that helps. Your legs are going to be about hip width apart, and you're going to really lengthen your legs behind you with the tops of your feet and the tops of your thighs gently pressing into the mat. Try to engage behind your knees as well. So we're going to keep the forearms on the mat. It's important that when you do any exercise here on your stomach that you don't lift the shoulders to the ears. I know the temptation is there, it's strong, but resist that temptation. We're going to keep the shoulders back and down towards the hips. In the same way that we slid them down towards the hips when we were lying on our backs, it's the same thing we're doing now on our stomachs. And from here now, you're going to lengthen from your waist and lift your chest up. Your head will follow, because what you want to do is to keep that neck in line with your spine. You don't want to break the line of the neck. And then slowly release the chest down. So ideally your focus is always on the mat. You're never looking in front of you, because if you're looking in front of you, then you're definitely breaking the line of your neck. So again, lift that belly button up towards the spine. Take a deep breath in. Slide your shoulders down towards your hips as you lift your chest up. The head follows the chest. And then slowly release down. Does that feel fantastic in your spine? Again, inhale, lifting the chest up. And exhale, releasing the chest down. Inhale, lifting the chest up. Exhale, releasing the chest down. Now keep the chest down now. We're going to lift the legs now instead. So if you imagine that there's a string attached to your hamstrings, and that string is what's lifting your legs, nothing else. It's not your knees or your ankles. It's your hamstrings. Lengthen and lift the legs up. And slowly bring them down. Don't jerk it. Make the movement be very smooth and organic. Moving with your breath. So take a deep breath in and move for the length of the breath. And then take a deep breath out, moving for the length of the breath. Keep that tummy lifted as you lengthen and lift your legs up. Keep reaching those legs behind you. As slow as this movement is, if you're really lengthening through your legs, you will feel it in your legs. You will feel the muscles in your glutes, in your hamstrings, in your calves. You will feel them working. One more time. Lift those legs up and slowly bring them down. Now we're going to do both. We're going to lift the torso and the legs. So we're going to lift the torso and the legs up. Keep the shoulders back and down away from your ears. And then we're going to slowly release everything down. So that's a full extension. lifting torso and legs up and bringing it down. One more time, lifting torso and legs up, still moving with the breath and bringing it down. So let's now add some arms, because you really haven't been using the arms, right? So we're now going to lift the torso and legs up and hold it here. Let's lift those arms up as well. And you're going to start first by pulling the elbows close to the body, squeezing them into the side of the body, and then opening those elbows away. Just moving the arms, torso and legs stay. So tummy's in, pull the elbows into the side of the body, really squeezing, shoulder blades together, squeezing those elbows in, and open the arms. Very small movement but effective. Squeeze and put it in, and open. 2 more. Squeeze and pull the elbows in, and open. Last one. Squeeze and pull the elbows in, and open. And then slowly release everything down to the mat. Whew. Let's do some exercises now with the arms straight. So we're going to come back up with the torso and the legs up. Lift the arms up. We're going to bring the right arm forward, reach the left arm back. Keep those shoulders back now. We're going to switch arms to the side. As you bring the left arm forward, right arm back. No movement in the rest of the body. Switch arms to the side. Bring the right arm forward, left arm back. Switch arms to the side. Bring left arm forward, right arm back. Switch. And right arm forward, left arm back. Switch. And last one, left arm forward, right arm back. Bring the arms back to the side and release everything down. Whew. So now typically, I would say bring the legs closer together, bend those knees and gently sway the feet from side to side, which you can still do. This is excellent to release any tension in your lower back. But we know that the best exercise really for this is child's pose. So let's bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Let's press up onto all fours. Bring those knees in a little bit. Pull the tummies and you're going to sit all the way back onto your heels. You're going to slide your arms forward as you release your chest to your thighs, and then release your head down between your arms. And breathe here. And it's important to keep the arms really stretched and extended in front of you, because then you not only get a stretch in your back, but you also get a nice stretch in your shoulders. We're going to come back up onto all fours. Let's do another stretch called threading the needle. So we're going to take the right hand. We're going to thread it, hence the name, between the left arm and the left knee. Look towards that hand. You're going to sit back onto your heels and release your shoulders and your arm down and your head down, resting on the side of the head, looking towards that arm. And we're going to lift up and come back to center. That's one way. Another way is to stay with the hips up. Bring the arm between the side. Bend the left arm and bring the head down as you look towards that hand still. So this time the hips stay up. They don't pull back into that child pose-like position. And then slowly come up back onto all fours. So let's do both versions now on the left side. Bring that left arm out to the side. Let's thread it in between the right arm and the right leg. Look towards that hand. We're going to sit back onto the heels and keep reaching that arm as you release the side of the head down towards the mat. relaxing the shoulders as well. Now, depending on the length of your so let's repeat the stretches now on the opposite side, on the left side. So we're going to take that left hand, we're going to thread it through or in between the right hand and the right knee. We're going to sit back on those heels, turn that head to look towards the hand, and relax the torso completely. Now, depending on the length of your torso, your position, your shape right now of the body might look completely different from mine. I have a short torso, or a relatively short torso for my height at least. So I am not able to bring my shoulder and my head all the way to the mat. That's okay. I'm still getting the stretches I need to get out of it. I just know that I need to sit back as far as possible on my heels to get there. You might have a longer torso, and so you might be able to get your shoulders and head all the way to mat. If you can, please, please, please listen to your bodies and go as far as you can go, okay? And just breathe here, feel that wonderful stretch across your upper back and in your shoulder. And then slowly come up onto all fours. So now we're going to do the second version, okay? So we're going to bring that left arm back to the side again. Open the arm to the side, but this time we're not sitting back on the heels. We're going to just reach that hand through, bending that elbow up towards the ceiling, and then releasing the side of the head and the shoulder towards the mat. Breathe here. Notice it feels different, right? I mean, it's still generally stretching the same parts of the body, but it's a different stretch. And then you're slowly going to pull up and come back to center. Let's sit back on the heels. And then let's shift those hips to the side. And the last stretch I would love to do with you is our saw stretch. So we're just going to slide those legs all the way out, flexing the feet, sitting up through the torso with the arms extended to the side, the toes and knees facing up towards the ceiling. We're going to twist to the right. We're going to reach that left arm forward, and we're just going to reach in a saw-like motion 3 times. You're going to feel a nice, wonderful stretch in your back and in your legs as you do this. Then we're going to roll back up, scoop that tummy in, twist to center. Same thing on the left side. So twist to the left, bring that right arm around, roll down to the spine, and reach towards the outside of your left foot, pulling that tummy in. Now it's important though to keep both butt cheeks as much as possible cemented to the floor. Good. Again, let's twist to the right, bring left arm forward, roll down, and reach 3 times, pulling your tummy in as you reach, then rolling up and twist to center, twist to the left, change your arms, rolling down and reach for 3, for 2, for 1, rolling up and center. Last time, twisting to the right side, bring the left arm forward, roll down and reach for 3, reach for 2, reach for 1, rolling up and center. Last time, twisting to the left, bring that right arm forward, rolling down through the spine and reaching for 3, 2, and 1, rolling up and coming to center, relaxing the arms. Let's bend those knees, and normally I end seated, but I'm going to end lying down in the same position that we started in. Just going to bring those legs around, roll down to lie down on the back, relax the legs, allow the feet to fall away from each other, slide the shoulders down, and turn those palms to face the ceiling. And just as we did at the beginning of our practice, we're going to breathe deeply, inhaling and exhaling through our nose. We're going to relax the head, the shoulders, the arms, the buttocks, the feet into the mat. Let's close the eyes as well and really focus on the breath as we allow that our bodies to completely melt into the mats. Let go of all the muscles. Breathe freely into your joints. Breathe freely into your arms and your legs. The only thing I want you to still keep a little bit engaged is your core. I still want you to keep that tummy pulled in. But for the rest of the body, just allow to just relax into the floor. Quickly scan your body from head to toe and notice how your body feels after what we've done. It's a little bit different from what we typically do on my channel. This was more restorative and also kind of just slowed things down a bit to kind of be a little bit introspective in terms of feeling the different muscles, feeling how the body should respond to particular movements, feeling what muscles should be engaged in particular movements, but most importantly highlighting the fact that you don't have to be moving fast to get an excellent workout. And this is one of the things I absolutely love about Pilates. It's so unassuming, so effective, deceptively so. So now we're just going to open the eyes and we're going to slowly bring the legs into a bent position. We're going to roll onto the side of the body and slowly come up. And let's return to our normal seated position with the ankles crossed and the hands on the knees. Thank you so very much. I hope you really enjoyed this different take on the Pilates practice today. And I hope that you took a few nuggets here and there that you will take into the other videos that I've done in the past and even more videos that I will do in the future. Thank you so much for continuing to join me here on the mat. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and remember to share. And don't forget to comment, guys. Comment and let me know what you liked. Give me some suggestions on what you'd like to see. It helps me to build my content. Trust me, I appreciate your comments. So until next time that I see you here on the mat, I am Keita-Marie. Take care.